Welcome back, and this is going to be a very special episode of Signed to the Streets because we're going to the capital of country music in California. Yeah, the mecca of Bakersfield sound, home of Buck Owens, Merle Hargrave, a revival of that honky-tonk music.
We've all heard the term, but where did it come from? Country music that has a heavy beat and lyrics usually dealing with vice or misfortune. The origin of the term is disputed, but the earliest known printed use of the word is in 1874. The police spent a busy day today raiding the banos and honky-tonks
In the small town of Bakersfield, California. But let's be real. What the fuck is Bakersfield? Bakersfield is a city about 4 hours south of San Francisco and 2 hours north of LA in the San Joaquin Valley. You know, the big 661. Now, Baco is really known for its rich agricultural history, vibrant art scene, and having a small town charm with big city benefits. But on the other hand, it's got a reputation for poverty, property crime, violent crime, and well, just stepping. East Bakersfield being by far one of the poorest cities in California, being ranked as the worst place to live in the state due to its extreme levels of poverty, as you could guess. Not only does it get hot as and it's scientifically proven when it's hot outside, violent crime goes up 40%. So it kind of explains the madness. But let's sprinkle a little bit of that racial prejudice on top. You know, we got some uppity white boys up here. Catch them out here in full effect. Just take a 10-minute drive out to Oildale and you'll find out. But you don't have to, because I did. Signed to the streets.
What you doing?
No,
I can't get no money, brother.
This is a good, majority of Bakersfield is Crips. You feel me? But there's one, they're on the west side that we got Bloods too. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta mind your fucking business. So you nigga mind your business, nigga. They find you in the orchards. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in the fields, somewhere buried. It get real, bro. It's a real thing, nigga. This is not for play. These do not play out here. I'll give them that. When I was in high school, nigga, the Southwest is where go to all the functions and go to party at. You have parties on the west side or the east side, but you know who's gonna be there. They finna be in there, bro. But the Southwest was kind of like a neutral ground, bro. From all sides would come over here and just come party, nigga. You can't even have no house party now without some going down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The moral is out. There's no structure. There's no discipline. God rest his soul to that young man. I don't know, you know what I mean? But he was driving on the highway, and they killed him on the highway. Yeah, all that. That's good. This is kind of a neutral park right here. Come around here to play ball for real. And they got the basketball courts right over there. They got the new playground set that they built a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? We take our kids from the group home as well. We take them over here when they doing good or whatever. We play basketball, kickball, soccer, let them go run around. Me personally, right? I grew up in the church. Church was my upbringing. So being in the church has, taught me how to maneuver around here. Kind of keep a better eye out for things that, that wasn't necessarily for me, or just having a conscience, in my mind to be hey, maybe I shouldn't, be here for too much longer. Maybe I should go ahead and split, or, just stop dealing with certain people. You are one of the few young black journalists to really get out there on foot and get done and do it in a very respectful but knowledgeable manner.
It's crazy how we riding right here, and the Blade is really one street over. Then this is a residential area right here. You see these people houses and shit. If you look right here, oh, it ain't focused. It's kids playing right here. And then right there, it's a female busting dates. The same block the kids outside playing that. Is the Blade out here dangerous for the girls? Cause I know Oakland and Figueroa, it has International and Fig, it has a stigma to them that is very dangerous for everyone. People die on International just as much as they die in the hoods. And that's supposed to be the Blade for the most part. Is it kind of like that out here with a lot of girls getting trafficked or like shootings and just violence?
Yeah, so I would say like when it comes down to it, a lot of the girls here are like, I hate to say it, but a lot of the girls here, like when they get picked up, they coming down from somewhere. You feel me? Like of course you got girls who are here in town that do this. Like I got some home girls, they be busting dates and all type of shit, but they be posting ads and they kind of be working on their own. The internet has really changed that whole dynamic of what prostitution is, man. But a lot of these girls that still be outside, typically, most of the time they not even from here. They from LA, maybe the Bay, or somewhere in Fresno, and they got a pimp out here to pick them up, got him, and took him around this. Now they just out here working.
Where we at type we got going on?
Yeah, man, so right now we in downtown Bakersfield. A couple things have been upgraded, modified, and like that.
It's like a Western. Like a Western a little bit.
Yeah, it's an agricultural town. This is honestly country music capital of California, I want to say.
Bro, I never knew that.
Yeah, bro. Country music is a big ass thing around here.
I fuck with your hair. It's like the rock shit. Like that.
It's a heavy car community, like lowriders or drift cars. It's a heavy car community. It's a heavy punk rock community or rock and roll. And it's a heavy fucking skateboard community. A movie.
Yeah, like kind of like a small town movie a little bit.
Rural. It's rural.
Mm-hmm.
Rural areas.
So, and then not to mention, once again, we in Bakersfield, California. So if you know anything about Bakersfield, you know that we got a spot called Oildale out here. Blacks wasn't allowed to go to Oildale.
That's exactly what he was telling me about.
Blacks wasn't allowed to go to Oildale. You know what I'm saying? What? You see a black over there in Oildale, they not making it out.
Now, Oildale is about 15 minutes away from the heart of downtown Bakersfield. And while Bakersfield is known for their honky-tonk music, Oildale is more known of its history of racism and hate crime to the locals.
A region north of Bakersfield, most associate with a negative stereotype.
Well, you got a lot of people that are racist against blacks, Latinos, and then there's some that are racist against whites as well. It's just hard to come together as a community when you have that kind of problem in a population as of here in Oildale.
Their 19-year-old daughter was attacked. Tells us why the family is calling this attack racially motivated.
From 2020 to 2021, we saw a 32.6% increase in reported hate crimes.
See, when we use the term sundown towns, we often point our attentions to the South. But these areas are very apparent here in one of the most democratic states, being in California. Rednecks, Trump rallies, racial slurs, pickup trucks, hate crimes, Peckerwoods, all things you'll find associated in a small area of Oildale.
They, like, that's where, like, you will catch, like, skinhead, redneck people, white trailer park people that be on that, like, them migrate up there, you know what I'm saying? You'll have it, like, here, but it's not, like, them show it. You know what I mean? Like, they'll look at you like, or even ask you, what you doing over here? Nigga, I'll never forget, I was at the Walmart, and I was with my great-grandmother, nigga, I pulled up, or whatever, and I get into the parking spot, and then the dude, gets behind me, blocks me in, nigga get to talking hella crazy shit, you and that old nigga, bitch, I'm like, nigga, what? I get to tripping. Nigga, who the f*** is you talking to? Nigga, like, what? He's like, f*** you niggas, I hate y'all. Did it like going off. My grandmother was born in 1936, nigga. She used to pick cotton. And just to see her like try to tell me like, leave him alone. It's almost like I could see the child in her eyes of like her having to go through that when she was young. This ain't 1930, nigga. We slept the dog out around here for that. And just to see that, like, you know what I'm saying? My granny still got the scars on her feet and her hands, you know what I'm saying? Even growing up, nigga, being in certain parts of town, like, you know, we was kids, but, like, we didn't really pay attention to it like that. You know, we have the wave brush to brush our hair. It'd be like, oh, why do you have a horse brush? Your hair feels like carpet. Like, just saying random shit. You know what I'm saying? Right on your desk and shit like that. Right your own backpack or some shit. Like, nigga, just say to you, like, you done got certain parts of town where you got swastikas everywhere, be having that flag out, You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you got them niggas be on one. We having link ups and shit on the outskirts of town. You know what I mean? They be having real life rallies, nigga. Like, when that Trump shit was going on, oh, nigga, you saw everybody colors, nigga. Real true colors, nigga. Like, be on the corner, Trump flag and everything. Like, but like these are these are white people that's like on that. You know what I mean? On that racist shit for real.
Is that scary for people in color out here? Like, is it like to that point to where it's like scary where you gotta watch where you outside at nighttime and shit like that?
It can be. Just because if, you being at the wrong place at the wrong time, if it's a group of them, like, nigga, you gonna have to do what you gotta do. Like I said, it do get tricky when it comes down to certain shit, you feel me? You do have to be very careful.
It's Snooze, nigga. GMG, man. Bakersfield, California. Right here on Ming Ave. Everybody went to us. I said we like a family. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a smaller school, but we all unified in there. You know what I mean? We ghetto. This when I was in 8th grade. Me and my friend that I grew up with, me, him, and his dad, we walked through this park right here, going to the football game. Boom, we hear some shots go off. Me and bro take off running. His dad on the ground. We thinking he playing. We thinking he really playing. He on the ground though. And then I'm like, bro, your dad on the ground. He like, for real? Turn back around. She like, I'm hit. I hit like 2-3 times. But the shots is coming from all the way on the other side of the park. We like, we just playing running. He really hit on the ground. That's why I found, and then my brother died of gangbanging at 23 years old. I'm 25. Naturally, a dude gonna wanna jump off the porch after that. You know what I'm saying? Gonna wanna, try to gangbang and be from the same hood, try to put on for his name. And then I tried to do something like that. My mom and dad got wind of that, whooped my ass, you feel me? They wasn't going for it, so I just kept hooping. I kept hooping, and as I got older, I'm a grown man, you feel me, just doing my own thing in the streets, not necessarily banging, but hustling in the streets. So that's what I was on. I kind of always knew who I was, you know what I'm saying? I kind of always knew who I was. Some people got to bang, because they need love. My family was full of love, you know what I'm saying? So we never needed to bang and do all that.
If it's not having parents, it's not knowing your identity and knowing yourself.
Right.
And that's why I feel like a lot of kids get drawn into this. You actually work with kids now with your anti-bullying campaign and stuff like that. What do you feel like what draws the kids into the they got to deal with? For me, on the outside looking in from my own observation, I feel like a lot of kids and people have identity crisis.
Right, definitely.
Which is why they only want to do this.
Yeah.
Only want to street or sports. But that's all they look like the only outlets.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's nothing wrong with being a cameraman, a computer nerd, doing some other
Yeah.
And I feel like they don't have the chance, or they don't even know that they have that chance.
Yeah. Be on the anti-bully thing. You can be anything you want to be. If I didn't have a record, I would be running for president. You can be anything you want to be. It's cool being you. You feel me? And that's just what I preach to the kids. You feel me? I'm a felon. I'm a felon still out here working with the anti-bully. It's cool being you. It's okay to make mistakes, but just, stay on your path.
Raw to the streets is very, very easy.
It's the new wave. It's the new wave.
Even like with with me being a square side neutral.
Yeah.
I was just talking to my homie, we not in the streets, we grew up around that shit, but it's like in any second, it's always something that's gonna try to pull us in.
Right.
And I feel like it's hard, and a lot of people don't know how to avoid that.
Yeah. Facts. This is just the facts. We bang, we ain't got $1,000. If we die, we can't pay for our funeral. We can't put nobody in position. We can't put our mama in position to pay her house off. We can't put our granny in position to pay their house off. We bang, we ain't got $1,000 to our name. Something got to change. You feel me?
We still too. We dope out here, for sure.
You take a picture of me in it too. So for you and shit, what was it like for you growing up out here?
Me growing up, I grew up in the Southwest, Southwest Bakersfield, Wilson Road, 22 siblings, 8 moms, 1 pops, you know what I'm saying? So for me, life was different, you know what I'm saying? We was poor or whatever, I mean, we didn't really have much, but we believed in God. Just naturally, as boys growing up, you got that option, and we outside, so it's right there in front of our face, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, one of my brothers died at the age of 16. He was 16, I was 13 at that time. That happened back in 06. Shocked the world, for real. Shocked Bakersfield, for sure. Due to some gang banging, you know what I'm saying? But my brother just happened to be at the wrong place, wrong time. So, crazy stuff, man. But and naturally, as a boy, we went out looking and searching and contacting, who we felt as if we needed to contact to see who it was to get to the bottom of it. But things just so happened to work out. Once again, I believe that was God, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That didn't put us and cross paths with these guys, you know what I'm saying, that did it.
That age, I'm guessing if you'd have seen one of those people, you'd have wanted to hurt them.
Off the dribble, for sure.
At what age, like now, I feel like if you was to see them, it wouldn't be the same reaction.
Yeah, I would say yes and no, cause naturally, you know, we humans, so, and the pain don't get easier. The pain don't get easier, and then once again, just hanging out with family and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And but that naturally brought some, not hatred, but hatred out of me. You know what I'm saying? I never really had hatred in me naturally, you know what I'm saying? But that brought a lot of anger, you know what I'm saying? And man, I want to go tear something up. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it did. That's what it does to you. You feel what I'm saying? And even to this day, once again, it's not easy. It's still hard. You know what I'm saying? So I still deal with this stuff day in and day out. I don't knock nobody that do it, but my biggest thing is if you're doing it, go get your mans. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you into, go get your man. Stop knocking down any innocent bodies. You know what I'm saying? Just because they over there, they standing over there, but you didn't go ask no question, or they wasn't the person that did whatever it is that you coming back to retaliate from. You know what I'm saying? So go get your mans. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you dive into that circle and go get your mans. You know what I'm saying? Don't get the whole crew. Yeah.
But we could either deal with it or keep crying about it.
That's it.
Yeah. So it's either we could give in to the or do our own thing, but we see the streets ain't working. The streets ain't even solid no more.
At all. At all.
I'm not saying this, I don't condone no street. I'm not enticing ignorance, but snitches used to die.
Yeah.
Civilians wasn't always the target and like that, so it was more morals. And it's super surveillance. So if you know you're going to jail, if you know the camera's there and you know your man's it's a 60% chance your man's gonna snitch on you, what's the point?
Come on, man.
When there's other shit you can be doing.
Come on, man. It's a lot of money out here to be made.
Niggas getting paid from cameras, YouTube's, streaming.
You know, like when you're in I think anywhere in California, where you at, naturally you see a group of blacks, you like, man, you already changing your mind to I'm tripping, or I'm like,
even as a black man.
As a black man,
yeah,
I gotta be on go. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
like, hey, I don't with niggas.
Like,
crazy.
But like it's too many niggas.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But when we went to Miami, and when we go outside of Cali,
yeah, it's all love.
It be love, but once again, naturally, because where we from, our mind is our mindset is tricked off.
Shit, I didn't did that. I didn't did plays, acting, and all types of shit. Even in high school, even out of it. You know what I mean? And it's like I got to be a part of this community that was outside of just nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just kill, destroy. It was a lot of creativity, a lot of things being made, things that probably changed the trajectory of my life. You know, that's how you get a lot of dudes who talk about, oh, you know, I grew up in this shit. I was born into it. You know what I'm saying? And technically, yeah, you were born into it, and you really can't help pick the family before you get here on this earth. But you do have a choice to say yes or no. You know what I mean? They felt like they didn't have no choice. They was probably maybe getting picked on, or not even just that, like, you know, getting into it with and needed some protection and just follow suit. You know what I mean? Oh, this nigga didn't, you know, boo bop me over here, and now I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go beef from over here so I can rally up with and get on you. You know what I mean? If you just show that proper respect. But when you coming over there tough and shit like that, trying to, you know what I'm saying, be about it, like, you feel me, doing all the extras and shit, woofing and shit, they gonna smell the bitch on you. It get tricky out here.
That I did hear that it's
it get tricky. It's like when you have San Francisco, then you got South San Francisco. Bakersfield, East Bakersfield, because East Bakersfield is like the city within the city, if that makes sense.
This is by far the worst part of Bakersfield. In general, Bakersfield has its problem, but the east side, this they Gotham City. Just got wiped the dust off it, you'll see it. Poverty, and it's an extremely violent place to raise a family. Like, bro, even the air quality trying to kill you. Due to the dust, chemicals, pollution from all the gas, it's very bad. But since they trapped in between these three mountains in the valley, the pollution stays down. So where does it go? Directly to the YNS's brain, causing violent and erratic behavior. So they ain't thinking straight over here. They stepping. Where did it all go wrong?
I want to say like 2019. I used to like date this girl, and we was together for a while or whatever, but I had got introduced to like pills and shit I had never taken them before. Like, there was a time where I got addicted to that shit. I got addicted to like pills, ecstasy, all that type of shit. It led me to have a lot of like anxiety went through the roof. I really honestly dealt with not only just that, but the way I thought of myself, the way I carried myself. It became to a point where I didn't even recognize myself anymore. And like growing up, you would see it happen to people, but you'd never think it'd be you. I was losing weight, wasn't really eating like that, you know what I'm saying? And it really kind of put me on I don't know, like a hiatus from like what I really wanted to do in life. Because there's one time I almost OD'd. I remember that shit so vividly too. I started feeling my body feeling like it was leaving. Like something out of me was leaving. Like I didn't know if it was me, my mind, whatever. Freaked out. I ended up on the floor, eyes rolling back and shit like that. And I felt like I was out of here. Crazy enough, I started praying. I really started praying about that shit. And like, I'm like, I gotta stay up. Like, get up. Gotta get up. Get up, get up, get up. Don't let this be your end. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, bro, I ain't really fucked with that shit since.
Would you say that was the scariest moment of your life?
That's the closest to near-death experience I've had.
A kid that got bullied, he was walking home, two dudes. I guess he's if I'm not mistaken, he's an 8th grader. He go to Oildale. His name is Carter. He was walking home, and then two cats that go to the Golden Valley. It's a high school out here. They was kind of following after him, but they punking him though. So I don't know if it's an ongoing thing or how this all played out. But they end up cornering him lightweight, like at somebody's house. And the Ring camera got it, you know what I'm saying? So what the dude had did, one of the older guys, he had made my guy lick the bottom of his shoe or something like that, you feel what I'm saying? And he like jabbed him up with the wool, made him lick the bottom of his feet. The girl that owned the house or whatever, she saw it on the Ring camera. She come outside like, wait, hold on, what's going on? And the older dudes, they push off or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, and that went viral. That took off like all throughout, like on social media.
Yeah.
Social media just went viral, took off. But once again, we already had made our product. We already had made this song. We already seen all this stuff going on. Because we grew up in it too, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, we see people bullying people, you know what I'm saying? But I was always a stand-up cat, you know what I'm saying? Not like that, but I was always a stand-up cat. If I seen somebody messing with somebody that's less fortunate or whatever the case is, I was taught that though, you know what I'm saying? From my big brothers and my pops and them, you know what I'm saying? And my family members, like, man, hey, y'all see somebody getting bullied or whatever, man, you step in for them. You anti-bully. Y'all learning through songs, right? Here y'all go, have this, you know what I'm saying? Make this stick.
For myself, a new love for being in the community and being able to really show a better way to do and handle not only just emotions, but your mental. You know what I mean? With these kids, man, we get them all types of different ways. Some of them have been in abused homes or, not just physically, but mentally, you know what I mean? Emotionally. And we get these kids and we take them and we try to give them a different path of how to, navigate, their feelings, navigate their process of thinking.
Yeah, bullying, we just trying to make anti-bullying a cool thing. Kids don't want to hear that, you know what I'm saying, about bullying, you know what I mean? But it's a real thing, even not just for the kids, for people our age. I mean, it's a never-ending problem, you know what I'm saying? So, and we hit in the middle schools, we finna hit the high schools, we finna all current high schools, and we're trying to hit every out of town, out of state. You know what I'm saying? Elk Hills, Sacramento just hit us up, so we plan on going out there pretty soon too. But you're just getting that message out there, just making it a cool thing, not like don't do that. Don't, you feel me? Yeah. Making it a song for them, the kids love it. It's a very big thing for the community. You know what I mean? We've been getting a lot of emails and everything about this, about us. So we've been meeting with a lot of people in a lot of districts.
Globally,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we on. It's anti-bullying. Nobody wants to be bullied. Let's let people be who they are. You know what I'm saying?